Hey guys, it's Ned from Windset Farms. Today I'm going to show you how to take this and this, turn them into these, and then turn them into homemade ketchup. Now I'm going to use our Windset Farms Allegro Tomatoes and our Maestro red peppers. Of course, ketchup is basically just tomatoes with some sort of sugar, a little bit of acid. I love the Allegros because they're the same size, they're really sweet, they have a nice texture to them. They're going to oven roast slowly for a couple of hours. It's going to add some flavor, add some complexity, really intensify the flavor of the tomato. Same with the pepper. Throw them in the oven, 375 degrees for about half an hour. They're going to blister. Peel the skins off, peel the seeds. So for my roasted tomatoes, I use Camparis. Now, you can pick them up on the vine like this. One of the great things about these is their uniform size. You know, if you can't get the Camparis, you can get our Allegros. But when you cut them in half, they look the same every time, which means they'll roast perfectly the same every time. A little bit of salt and pepper, 250-degree oven. Fire them in overnight for about 6 hours. They are easy to make. To start my ketchup, I'm going to take 1/8 cup of canola oil, 1 whole red onion. I'm just going to quickly dice the onion. You could use white onion. You know, I'm following the red theme here today. Red tomatoes, red peppers. There's nothing like a homemade ketchup. And because we're using Windset Farms, the flavor of these peppers and these tomatoes are just spectacular. They're going to add such an interesting, unique complexity to this basically pretty simple condiment. Throw in our peppers, a little bit of salt, a little bit of cracked black pepper, 6 cloves of garlic, which I'm just going to lightly smash like that. Stir that around. Now I don't want too much color on this because I really want the tomatoes and the peppers to be the predominant flavor. These are just adding background flavors to my ketchup. So after a couple of minutes, I can add my red wine vinegar. I can add my honey for sweetness. You could add maple syrup. You could add molasses. This is just simple honey. I'm going to add some tomato paste, which will give it a little bit of body. Turn my heat up. And then I'm going to add 6 roasted Windset Farms peppers that I've peeled and seeded. And 2 or 3 pounds, depending on how many you might have, of Windset Farms Allegro Tomatoes. That's it. Turn up the heat, lid it, cook it for about an hour. All right, so after about an hour over medium heat's important because we don't want this to scorch or even come close to burning. We want these flavors to be really gently married together. The peppers, the tomatoes, the sweetness. Okay, so our ketchup's all done blending. Now, really important to let our ketchup cool down. You can put it in a jar, in a plastic container. It'll last up to a month in the fridge. This ketchup's wonderful on homemade turkey burgers, chorizo sausages, or of course, everyone's favorite, homemade fries. Windset Farms Maestro peppers and Allegro tomatoes slow roasted for your own homemade ketchup. Absolutely delicious. It doesn't get any better than that. Try it.